Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. And peace and blessings to the elect sincere Akim out there of Israel that's pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Alright, I'm going to title this lesson, Cults Are Going to Make a Huge Comeback. Alright, because I was thinking about Matthew the 24th chapter, about how there's going to be many false teachers, false prophets, alright? And it made me think about back in high school when I was taking this psychology class. You know, we studied cults, alright? And that word cult just means to worship. So if you, technically, if you want to call Great Millstone a cult, you know, the etymology of that word just means to worship. So yeah, I guess you could say we're technically a cult, but in the sense of, you know, somebody forming a small group and misusing their congregation and abusing them with violence, sexual assault, usury, stuff like that. No, Great Millstone isn't anything like that. But, you know, these scriptures made me think about that. You know, you had some famous cults, the Jonestown cult, that weird-ass Edomite that went by the name of Bob, and he basically led his congregation to mass suicide. Not the Kool-Aid one, but the one where they went in some mansion out in California and said that if they killed themselves as time, during the time this comet would pass by the earth, they'd all go, their spirits would catch onto the comet. And it was weird, bugged out shit, man. And a lot of these cults are, man. And the top two famous, or the most most, I guess, famous doctrines and cults had to do with UFOs or somebody great coming back reincarnated. All right, and a lot of them would say that they're Jesus Christ coming back reincarnated. But I'm going to go ahead and read this, Matthew 24:11. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. Alright, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Right? So many false prophets are going to come up, and the love of many are going to wax cold. So they're not going to have a problem abusing their congregation, or abusing the flock, or deserting the flock. Alright? I'm going to jump down to verse 23. Then if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here is Christ, which means anointed. So here is anointed, or the anointed, or there, believe it not. For there shall arise false Christs, false anointed ones, plural. And it says, and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Behold, I have told you before. Wherefore, if they shall say unto you, Behold, he is in the desert, go not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chambers, believe it not. You know, the anointed ones are going to be tucked away. You know, the scriptures say that your eyes shall see your teachers. Alright? They're going to be out on the highways and byways. The scriptures say to go out on the highways and byways. Alright? For as the lightning cometh out of the east and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. You know, Yahushua isn't going to be tucked away in the desert somewhere in a hiding place. Scriptures say that when he comes back, every eye shall see him. Alright, so if anybody, you know, says, oh, here's Yahushua, like, come follow me, no, they're up to something, man. Or here's the anointed ones, come follow me. Don't believe that shit. Alright, let's see. and the main thing I started thinking about is this is happening right now. Because ever since, you know, I started, studying after the apostles, uh, I've noticed that there's always some upstart, as the Apostle Gabar would say, um, that comes up with his own doctrine, uh, because he wanted to say that the mark of the beast wasn't the RFID chip, and he said that no, it's a spiritual mark, which makes no sense because Esau can't be spiritual, man. He can't put a spiritual mark in me. It just doesn't make any sense. How can you buy and sell with a spiritual mark? Alright, but anyways, I lost my train of thought. But the upstarts, right? Ever since I came into the truth, I've noticed that there are upstarts, many false prophets, bug outs. They twist the doctrine and want to make a name for themselves. Alright? And they have a good, pretty decent following. Alright? And I'm going to get this in Daniel chapter 12, verse 4. It says, "But thou, O Daniel, shut up the shut up the words and seal the book even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased." And that we're in the end times. The breakdowns of these scriptures are being brought out, all right, by Great Millstone, all right, and then even when you had the split with the One West school, for a long time, the other groups didn't go out until Great Millstone started going out. They didn't start teaching that Cornelius was an Israelite until a little while after. So these people are like these false prophets will start to get with some of the doctrine, but then they'll try to twist that doctrine. They know some of the breakdowns. They want to twist it to conform for their own name. All right. I'm going to jump down to verse 10. It says, "Many shall be purified and made white and tried," which is the elect in 1/3. It says, "But the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand." So really, man, if you're going to, you fall into one of two groups. When you hear this word, you're either going to be redeemed or or you're not. You're either going to be redeemed or not, man. Let's see, this is 2 Peter 2:1. Bear with me. Alright, this is 2 Peter 2:1. It says, "But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that bought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction." Damnable heresies. Bringing out doctrine that is worthy of to destroy you, man. Saying that the RFID chip isn't the mark of the beast, that prones you and your congregation to take the mark of the beast, which will bring you destruction, which will damn you, condemn you. Alright? And this is verse 2. "And many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of." So people are going to follow after them because they're going to be demonizing the truth, man. It says, and through covetousness shall they with feigned words make merchandise of you. Sell out. Let me read that again because I kind of stuttered. "And through covetousness shall they with feigned words make merchandise of you, whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not." you know? Let's see, I'm going to jump down to... Yeah, I'm going to jump down to verse 10. It says, but chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness and despise government. You know, they despise order. They don't want to fall in order. They can't take the fact. They don't want to humble themselves and learn from somebody. They want to say that they learned it on their own, which they didn't, man. All you off-brand Israelite camps, you know, IUIC, ISUPK, Adam Abbott, so on and so forth. The Israelites tried and refined, the Good Samaritans. Y'all just couldn't humble yourselves, man. Alright, I'm going to read on. It says, presumptuous are they, self-willed. They are not afraid to speak evil of dignities. Yeah, man, y'all are self-willed. Y'all go after, you know, whatever your own thing, man. You just want to have your own thing. You're not really about bringing forth the truth for the glorification of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right. Let's see. This is Ezekiel 34. I'll start at 1. It says, and the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy against the shepherds of Israel. Prophesy and say unto them, Thus saith the Lord power unto the shepherds. Woe be to the shepherds of Israel that do feed themselves. Should not the shepherds feed the flocks? You know, and there's a huge thing coming out with IUIC now that where a dude made a video of how to rise up in ranks, you kiss ass, and you basically you know, kiss ass to whoever is up in rank. That's how you climb the ranks. That's just how the psychology of cults work, man. So-called cults. You know, you do your own research on that, man. You'll see what I mean, and you'll see that Great Millstone is nothing like that, because, you know, here at Great Millstone, man, we push characteristics of how you should act, man, and the main one is humbleness and patience, meekness, lowly. All right. And we're aware that there's you know, not everybody in Great Millstone is like that, because we're aware of the Judases that have to fulfill scriptures. You know, we're aware that people have to drop out of this truth and bug out. There's plenty of examples of that, and then every one of them that has tried to come up against Great Millstone has caught more hell and more demons upon them, man. And if they haven't yet, then the Lord is just saving them for His they're like a worse judgment. You know, you can go back in 2 Peter chapter 2. It tells you how He knows how to deliver the righteous out of the time of judgment, and preserve the wicked for the time of judgment. All right. It says, ye eat the fat, and ye clothe yourself, or ye clothe you with the wool. Ye kill them that are fed, but ye feed not those flock, man. You know, the Most High has a special judgment for those of you Israelites that want to take the doctrine, make a name for yourself, and just rape the flock for yourself, man. You really think the Lord is dealing with somebody like that? You know, this topic really boils your blood, man. You know, Lord willing, I throw up some curses on 2/3 that are doing that shit. You know, that happened in Great Millstone. The Atlanta camp. He was the head, right? And then it came out that he was abusing brothers, not like physically, but you know, like demonizing them basically to cough up more money for himself. And no one knows where he's at now. But with that, I hope this video was edifying and will inspire you to do some research. And shalom.